Happy Saturday. It's the 29th of November, 2025, and we've got Crashy the cold front barreling down the Panhandle, and oh, is it going to make its presence known across the entire state going into tonight. It is about to get cold, it is about to get windy, and for some of y'all, it's about to get stormy. Let's talk about it in this Saturday update of the Texas Weather Roundup. And here we are, starting off with the severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. The possibility of isolated severe storms roughly across the eastern third of Texas heading into this afternoon, this evening, and tonight. Now, we are expecting plenty of showers and storms as that cold front moves south across the eastern third of Texas, and we're going to have some activity develop ahead of or south of that front this evening with heavy rainfall, but some of those storms could also attempt to become strong to severe with a risk of maybe some pocket change size hail, nickels to quarters. We could have localized wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles an hour with thunderstorms. Otherwise, it's going to get pretty windy tonight with the cold front anyway. And a possibility, especially across parts of the eastern hill country, the Brazos Valley, southeast Texas, and the coastal plains into the Golden Triangle late this afternoon and tonight, we might see one or two brief spin-up tornadoes. It's going to be a situation where ingredients are kind of iffy, especially in terms of low-level instability. We're going to have a lot of clouds today, but if some of these individual storms are able to tap into some of that stronger low-level wind shear and have just enough juice to get going, we could have an issue with a few brief spin-up tornadoes, or as I call them, spinny doom-dooms. Otherwise, hopefully we're not having to deal with that activity tonight. Let's take a look. Let's start off with the cold front, and by the way, when I say it's going to get windy tonight, here you go. Doesn't take a rocket scientist or meteorologist to see where Crashy the cold front's going to be. Those blue arrows you see, those are going to be your wind direction. As you can see, that cold front's barreling down the state tonight. We're going to have north winds right behind the cold front, gusting over 35 to 45 miles an hour, and that will impact the northern, really 75% of Texas by sunrise tomorrow. It'll be through the Rio Grande Valley by late morning Sunday. So the cold front tonight, it's going to make it down to Brownsville by 10 a.m. Sunday. North winds gusting probably, again, 35 to 45 miles an hour, and temperatures are going to plummet pretty quick, and those wind chills are going to bite. So you'll know the cold front's at your location when your holiday decorations end up halfway across the neighborhood. That's a good reminder to make sure everything's tied down and secured, because it's going to be quite windy tonight with north winds behind that cold front. It's a good way to know the cold front's arrived when suddenly leaves start flying and, well, it sounds like a modest hurricane or tropical storm outside. In terms of storm activity, here's what we're looking at. Increasing showers and storms by early to mid-afternoon across the Brazos Valley, southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, the coastal plains. The cold front itself is still going to be located near I-20 to I-30. We're going to see a broken line of showers and storms with that cold front as it pushes south tonight into this evening into tonight, for those of you who don't suffer from dyslexia. And as that continues, we'll have to watch the storms along the front for some gusty winds, but I'm really more concerned about some of those individual storms this model showing this afternoon and evening. Coastal Plain, southeast Texas, Bryan College Station, Brazos Valley, Victoria up to Houston, and then eventually Jasper to Beaumont. Locally heavy rain, street flooding possible, some rises on creeks and streams, but I'm also going to keep a close eye out just in case some of those cells try to go into rotation. Not a high probability, otherwise we wouldn't have a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe storms, meaning isolated severe storms, the lowest severe weather risk level, but, you know, Mother Nature tends to troll, so we'll keep an eye on it here. Otherwise, activity is going to start to diminish behind that cold front going into early Sunday morning. Most storm activity should be moving out of Houston by 4 to 5 a.m., out onto the Gulf Coast, and then, well, much of that will get pushed off into the Gulf by sunrise tomorrow morning. Some scattered showers possible down to the coastal Bend, Corpus Christi by sunrise. Now, let's take a look at the HRRR model going into tomorrow morning. You can see scattered showers, South Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Not too much rain for y'all as that cold front moves through. We're going to get a break mid to late Sunday morning through Sunday afternoon before rain increases South Texas, the Edwards Plateau, coastal plains, the Rio Grande Plains, late Sunday evening into Monday morning. And that's going to be with the arrival of another upper level piece of energy that will bring precipitation chances back to, well, really the eastern half of the state. Going into Monday morning, even some scattered showers possible North Texas and Northeast Texas, which now that's going to be a little interesting because temperatures are going to be down in the mid-30s. At this point, it looks like things are going to stay all liquid. You notice this graphic shows a winter mix-up around Oklahoma City up to Tulsa with some mist. We'll keep a close eye on temperatures. Regardless, ground soil temperatures are still going to be quite warm, so it would be very difficult to get any sort of winter weather accumulations. Now, if for some reason we ended up a little more chilly, I'd keep an eye out on a couple bridges. At this point, that is not a high probability scenario, and it's not even something I'm explicitly forecasting, but we'll keep an eye on it. Otherwise, maybe a few flurries in the Panhandle of Texas, but that's not even looking all that impressive at this point either. So, short story, long story short, verbiage, wordage difficult, caffeine needed. Storms today, eastern third of the state. Break Sunday afternoon, another round of rain, cold rain at that, Sunday night, Monday morning. There you go. Taking a look at the European weather model, this will show us that as well. You can see rain continues eastern third of the state through Monday afternoon before departing. Tuesday and Wednesday looking dry. Slowly warming temperatures, maybe another reinforcing cool front going into Thursday, and then another round of precipitation possible going into Thursday and Thursday night across the Texas Gulf Coast and the eastern third of Texas. We'll deal with that once we're past this weekend. Forecast rain totals from the Weather Prediction Center. Now, these are regionalized and smoothed out. There's going to be variations locally, of course. Heaviest rains, and at this point, maybe 2 to 4 inches of rain. Parts of the coastal plains, southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, and the Brazos Valley. This is for today's system and the system Sunday night, Monday. So, could have some localized flood in southeast Texas. Victoria, Houston, Galveston, Beaumont, Bryan, College Station up to Lufkin. Y'all look to be in the heaviest rain axis here. Maybe San Antonio and Austin. Yeah, y'all might get lucky enough to get a quarter to half inch of rain. Otherwise, northeast Texas, Dallas, Sherman, Waco points east into East Texas, northeast Texas, the Arklatex, Tyler, Paris, Texarkana. Maybe a half inch to an inch of rainfall. West of that, and excluding anyone I didn't mention, well, not looking promising in the rain department. So, that's your weather update this Saturday morning. We'll keep an eye on things. We'll have updates throughout the day. If we have any tornado warnings, we will have live severe weather coverage on all our platforms, website, mobile app, YouTube's, Facebook, X, Twitch. I don't think I forgot one. And of course, you can always watch our 24/7 live streams on YouTube and on our website and mobile app. Just search for Texas Storm Chasers, where you download apps to your device, on YouTube, website, TexasStormChasers.com, and that's it. So, otherwise, by the way, we do have weather calendars for sale and other merch. Check it out. It's a great way to help support us in the mission. We'll chat with y'all later on today. We'll have updates as needed. That's it. Y'all have a good one. God bless.